memory. Specifically, long-term memory. How does it work? How does it relate to the process of learning a skill and remembering information? What is memory? Wait, we're not going that deep. But at a basic neuroscience level, long-term memory is divided between explicit memory and implicit memory. For implicit memory, there is an unconscious retrieval. You're not even aware of it happening. An example is riding a bike. You hop on a bike and you do not think about all the mechanisms at play, how you are balancing yourself, steering, and moving forward. Implicit memory is also nonverbal. You're not able to explain how you're riding a bike. You just do. It is emotionally and somatically based and procedural. You might hear implicit memory in our daily lives referred to as muscle memory. So how do you develop said muscle memory? You train your brain at a gym? You have chest day, leg day, and brain day? Unfortunately not. But through simple repetition or practice, a task can become second nature to us. This also makes implicit memory susceptible to priming. If I ask you to name a method of transportation, you might say a bike. By pure instinct, because I recently exposed you to the word and image of a bike. Next, we have explicit memory, which in contrast involves a conscious retrieval of information. For example, when I first arrived to London and took the London Tube for the first time at Oxford Circus during rush hour, the big city life was new to me, and I was not really familiar with the directions, and even the surprisingly fast escalators took me by surprise. It took active mental effort to arrive home that day. Explicit memory is verbal, declarative, and semantic. As I can quite easily describe to you all the details that went into the memory. Furthermore, it is episodic. I have it stored in my head as the dreadful first day in the London Tube. However, this is not to say an explicit memory cannot become implicit. Today, I can go to Oxford Circus and back home without even thinking about it. This action used to require explicit effort, but now it is just as if my conscious is on autopilot. I remember the first day, but between that and the present is all mostly a blur. Aside from the days where I go into a new station or stumble upon some weirdos in the tube. Although I see so many strange people in the tube, even that is starting to become a blur. It must be noted, implicit and explicit memory are managed by distinct areas in the brain. Implicit memory is activated to the basal ganglia and the cerebellum, which are responsible for the handling of motor skills. Explicit memory is based in the hippocampus, the amygdala, and the neocortex. Many patients who have suffered damage to an area such as the hippocampus display clear loss of their explicit memory, but still manage to retain their implicit memory. You can also see this disparity naturally when we age. Babies develop their ability to use implicit memory during the first 9 months of life, with explicit memory beginning around after 2 years. Implicit memory is stated to be our most primitive form of memory, with explicit becoming part of our species later on. Also, as we enter our elderly years, we tend to lose our explicit memory sooner and to a greater degree than implicit. This is an expansive topic, to which we have yet to uncover all of its intricacies. Neuroscience cannot even tell you precisely what constitutes a memory, other than point to the fact of where it is happening and the connections that are taking place. Just remember, practice and repetition makes perfect. Your explicit effort today can become implicit tomorrow. Do not do muscle exercises with your brain, please protect your head. And thanks for watching.